Kia ora and welcome to the Nutrition Mission with Ansco Foods. My name is Megan Compain and I am your host for Season 2, Beef Lamb and Basketball. I've been playing or involved in basketball in one way or another for the past 30 years. It's been wonderful to see such a rise of young Kiwi female participation in basketball. I'm super excited to be hosting this podcast where we'll be talking to people involved in women's basketball in Aotearoa, which we hope will inspire others to get involved. Today we're talking to Tegan Graham. She's a record breaker in more ways than one. Tegan has had an exciting basketball career so far, recently playing Division 1 college basketball in the States. We're so excited she's joined the Tokomanawa Queens this season. And be sure to listen until the end for our buzzer beater segment, where we will do a series of quick-fire questions. So, Tegan, it's good to meet you finally, and great to be here with you on behalf of Ansco. Met you randomly in the street the other day, but long-time fan. What I've loved about this Tokomanawa Queens team is that I'm actually getting to meet and see some of the young talent that I've been watching so from afar now come home. But how have you been?
Really good, thank you. Yeah, it was kind of funny, a bit random, like bumping into you, but it was nice. It was really nice. Yeah, I feel like I know you, but we've never actually met. So this is
I'm a little bit older than you, so I do appreciate when young people say, "I know you."
What do you mean? You're a legend in the New Zealand basketball community.
Oh, you're too kind. Speaking of legendary status in New Zealand basketball, tell us a bit about your basketball career so far. What's the journey been like for you?
It's been a pretty special one, honestly. I've spent the last 6 years in the States, so that was kind of the dream when I was in high school. I always wanted to go play Division 1. And so, I headed out to New York first, did 4 years at Colgate University, and then was kind of it was a blessing in disguise. I tore my ACL, so I got another year, an injury year. And so I graduated from Colgate and then transferred to Brigham Young University and then got an injury and a COVID year. So I actually got my bachelor's and my master's all paid for, which I feel
how good.
Pretty grateful to basketball as well. But no, I had quite a journey. I think there's definitely a lot of ups and downs in the States. The competition, their intensity, it's a different level. But, I ended at BYU and just had the most special time there. And it kind of propelled me to play professionally. Yeah.
Well, we have two things in common. My last season I played in the States was in Utah for the Utah Stars. And you have a record that still stands for Kiwis and 3-point field goals made in the game. Did you know?
I didn't know. Well, I knew that, but I didn't know about your 7 for 7. I was like
7 for 7. I think I've still got the highest percentage.
Oh, for sure.
7 for 7. But yes, you beat my 7 3-pointers.
I shot a lot of threes that game.
Actually, that's not bad though. What were you? You were, if I got my research right, 10 for 17 from behind the arc. Yeah,
which is funny because because I remember that game very vividly. We were playing Oklahoma. It was at Oklahoma.
It's a big school too.
Yeah, they're in the Big 12. So it was a very intense game. We were ranked, they weren't. So very, very. It was our first loss of the season. So I remember that game, and
you poured in 30.
Yeah, just
35, was it?
No, just 10 threes.
Oh, nothing else. No free throws?
Nothing.
Didn't want to add a layup?
Nothing. I shot an elbow jumper and it bricked off the backboard. Stay behind the three.
That's amazing.
But I don't remember shooting 17 threes. That was a crazy thing. After the game, I was like, surely not. I can't have shot that many. But apparently.
We kick off Tauihi Basketball League. Second season kicks off 12th of July. You're playing the Southern Hoiho. How's preparation going for that?
Really good. Yeah, we haven't had a full team together practice just yet, only because we've got the Tall Fins going away, and then we just got our American international players. So soon that will everyone will come together. But it's going really, really well. It's a lot of fun. We've got a lot of youth in the team as well. So that's really cool just to see up-and-coming, younger players and then other players that are about to go to the States or have just come back from the States. But yeah, good vibes. It's fun to represent Tokomanawa Queens because, I think our ownership, you included, they look after us really, really well. So we have, a really good structure around us that are, making sure that we have everything we need.
That's great. Well, Walt and Rach are absolute legends.
Yeah,
And
they are. They really are.
Yeah, they're Mama and Papa.
Yeah.
Do you feel any pressure? Obviously, the Tokomanawa Queens inaugural champions. I was lucky enough to be there on the court. It was not on the court, clearly.
She was playing.
Thought about it for a second, and then I went for a run. But yeah, reigning champions. It was a pretty special year for all the reasons why. Even getting the league up and running, and you would have been in this environment that women's basketball where it was to where we want it to be. And sustain where we want it to be. Yeah. And that's why these things are so important. Partners like ANZCO are so important.
For sure.
For the sustainability of the game. But yeah, reigning champions, the target's going to be on the Queen's back. Yeah. You guys feeling it or are you dressing it? Are you walking towards it?
Yeah, I think that's just part of the game, right? Like, this is a brand new league. It's super, super exciting to just keep generating that, that hype and that energy around it. And I think it's only going to make the league more exciting, that sort of expectation or pressure, whatever it is kind of one of the fun parts of being a professional athlete, right? You do this because you're competitive and you want to win and you want to play and you want to compete at these high levels. So I would just say, like, for me personally, I feel so lucky that I'm, playing back at home. I'm originally from Wellington, so it just seems like just a dream come true. And to have that sort of expectation is there's gratitude in that because it means people, respect us and they want us to do well and they see us doing well.
Yeah, and there is a community starting to build and a community behind the team and it's really exciting.
I actually went to a Saints game the other night and there were these two little girls behind us wearing Tokomanawa Queens shirts and they had cut them into little crop tops.
Oh, gorgeous.
It was so cute.
Well, they didn't like the big box cut.
It was probably one of those huge oversized ones. There was 8-year-old girls that were and I'm going to make this mine.
Yeah. That's awesome. I'm so surprised it wasn't tied up at the front.
Yeah.
There's obviously a lot of key ingredients to success.
Yeah.
There's, we talk about pillars of success. There's the training. There's other things, and obviously nutrition comes as a big part of that. How do you approach that, and what are the ingredients that you have used in terms of your success on the court?
Yeah. For me, I'm the biggest foodie, so nutrition is kind of a joyous part of being an athlete. My biggest thing has always just been I eat a lot and often. So my nutrition things have always just focused around, healthy foods, a lot of protein, things like that, a lot of carbs. But mine is consistency with eating because I think as an athlete, individually different things work for different people.
Well, ANZCO Food, and we've mentioned this before, is our partner, really important partner for the Tokomanawa Queens, and we're stoked to have them on board. What role does actual beef and lamb play in your personal development as a performing player? So you've talked about the balance. We talk about protein being so important, but balanced with carbs. When you think about the way you consume meat, particularly red meat, how does that fit?
It's for me, I think of it in terms of protein, and I think as an athlete, the more protein you can get in your diet, the better. I had a strength and conditioning coach at BYU. His name's Stephen. He's epic, and he would eat the most, I've never seen a person eat more red meat in my life. It was just breakfast, every meal.
Americans love their big steaks.
They do. But and he'd done a lot of research about it. So he wasn't pushy, but, he always let us know why he was eating things and that sort of thing. So my biggest thing with red meat, I would say, is protein. It's it's so important as an athlete, to protect yourself too, because a big thing with protein is muscle, obviously, and it's not just for strength, it's also for protecting your knees and your shoulders and your ligaments and stuff like that. I think sometimes that's something that it's a key element of athletics or being an athlete that some people miss, is there's also the protection element, right? Which is fueling your body and making sure you're strong and all that sort of stuff, so that say you get hit a bit weird or something happens, your body can sustain
that.
But
and despite what people think, basketball is a contact sport.
Well, it is. Is it not considered a contact sport?
Probably, but officially still no.
That's wild.
You guys are often on the road when you're a professional athlete, and you have to maintain those good nutritional practices when you're travelling. What works for you to maintain that consistency?
Again, I would say my biggest thing is just eating a lot. I am constantly aware of, okay, I have to eat before this training and I have to eat after this training and I have to make sure that 2 hours before I've had some sort of, meal, consisting of this, this, and this. So my big thing is just like, I eat often.
Yeah.
And I love eating often.
Do you feel like you need to prepare differently when you're traveling? Or you just, you have to make time, you have to be disciplined?
Yeah, I think it's more, for me at least, it's a self-awareness of, okay, Tegan, how are you going to perform your best? Okay, eating 30 minutes before something, not the case, right? Stuffing something in your mouth 10 minutes before you're about to run up and down a court, not your best. So for me, it's more just, okay, having the accountability as well to be like, I have to, be good about my time management, about when I eat and the sorts of things I eat.
Speaking of that, do you have any pre or post game sort of food rituals?
No. See, my thing, I am not a superstitious person at all.
Do you not put one shoe on before the other?
Never. I'm almost scared
Lucky
of that.
undies?
No, I'm so scared of being superstitious because I think
if you lose it, you might lose the undies.
Well, I was watching a netball game the other day, a couple of weeks ago, and they were talking about all their superstitions or something. They had like a little interview thing, and all of them had like a lucky sports bra and I was like, the anxiety I would get from like needing to wear that it would freak me out. So I'm like very anti-superstition. I don't have any.
You put the work in on the court.
I try.
And what about off-season? Is there any difference between your nutritional habits in the off-season as they are during the season when you're in that real high intense competitive environment?
That's actually a really great question. I would say for me, in season, I'm just much more conscious of like, if you're feeling hungry, like you almost went wrong because like you need to be constantly fueling yourself. And out of season, you're still training, but the intensity and the actual like load management is different. So I would say out of season, I'm a little bit more relaxed, I would say, about, my time management when I eat and things like that.
And it's your time to relax.
Yeah, have a little cheat meal or whatever. Every day's a cheat meal for me.
Because you run it off. What is your favourite beef and lamb recipe, if you have one? Are you a cooker? Do you cook?
I do cook. But I would say my favourite, like, beef or lamb would probably be not something that I'd cook. It's probably something I'd buy. Like, I love a good Indian curry.
Nice. So I'm having that for dinner tonight.
Yum. So, like,
lamb sarg.
I was just going to say.
Oh, yeah.
That's my go-to.
Amazing.
I love a lamb
sarg. Then you don't feel guilty because you're getting the greens as well.
Oh, that spinachy. Oh, it's so good. Yeah. So that's probably I love
cauliflower rice?
I've never had cauliflower rice.
Yeah, you can get it in Little India.
Okay.
Little Indian does cauliflower rice. Okay. And then you've no guilt.
Yeah, and then you're like, I never stop eating then.
What nutritional advice would you give to young athletes, particularly women we're talking about? Because, as you say, there's so many more maybe pressures or, things that are going through their heads of what to do, what not to do, so many fad diets and things like that. What would you say to aspiring young athletes listening today?
My biggest thing probably with food is like, don't overthink it. Don't put too much pressure on yourself to have a certain diet or because that's when we become really controlling. And when we have control, then this shame, kind of dealt into that because our society wants us to look a certain way and do a certain, thing with our body and image and all that sort of stuff. So my biggest thing would be just like, trust yourself, have established good food patterns or what's the word, habits. But then just, don't put so much pressure on yourself to have some sort of diet or some sort of, I think nutrition is really, really important, but it can also go the other way where we start to kind of overthink it and become a little bit too consumed with the idea of needing this, and this, like if you've got your proteins, your carbs, your veggies, like everything in moderation's fine, Go have that treat, go do that. Go have that snack that you're like, oh, maybe, it's just like, don't overthink it.
Yeah.
And it takes the pressure off a little bit. Like, especially young athletes coming up, like you're not playing or practicing every single day for one team, it's different. So it's like a little bit less pressure,
Yeah. And then mentally you can actually enjoy 100%. The process, right? Enjoy food, enjoy training, and know that you're actually got everything in balance.
100%, because food is such a pleasure in life. Like food is one of those things that's just, at least for me personally, I get so much pleasure from food, and I think part of that is I have a really good relationship with food. I I don't restrict myself from certain things and don't, as a young teenager growing up, I definitely saw a lot of people around me, especially young girls, really controlled with what they could eat and what they couldn't. And there was a lot of shame involved with food. And so I think for me, the biggest thing is just like that lack of control, like eat what you want to eat. And if you have bad habits, then that needs to be addressed. But as long as you have your, foundational sort of like fundamental things that you're putting in your body every day, don't shame yourself for having a good relationship with food.
Well, we definitely picked the right queen to have this.
I do love my food.
We're going to end with the buzzer beater round. Okay. I'm going to ask you a few questions and you are going to answer them. The first thing that comes to mind.
Okay. I'm nervous.
I'm tearing.
Yeah.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Are you a morning person or a night person?
I'm a consistent person, so either do mornings or do nights.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
You're on the fence. You're a fence sitter as well.
What does that mean?
You don't want to commit either way.
Yeah, true. I just like consistency. If we're going to do mornings, we always have to do mornings. If we're going to do nights, we always have to do nights.
Okay. Favourite hobby that's not sport?
I love reading.
Oh, you are a geek.
I'm such a nerd. Proudly. Proudly.
Own it. Steak. Well done? Medium? Rare?
Oh, I do
medium rare.
Medium rare.
Medium rare. So again, in the middle.
In the middle, I'm a medium rare.
On the fence, yep. What's your nickname on the team? Other than Kiwi?
Yeah, not in New Zealand anymore. In the States, everyone would call me Teague, but back here, probably Teagues. And then I have a teammate, Nina, who calls me Teagy Weegy.
Teagy Weegy. I have someone called me Meagy Weegy for way too many years of my life.
It's quite cute. It's endearing. Every time I hear it, I go...
Not when it's Steve Hansen, the All Blacks coach.
That's so good.
The whole entire New Zealand rugby team cracking up.
Oh, I love that.
Laughing. Hey, Meagy Weegy, shut up. You're off to a barbecue.
Yeah.
What meat do you take?
Probably like sausages. I love a good sausage sizzle.
Yeah.
Growing up.
Yeah. Beef or lamb?
I'd probably go with lamb.
Yeah.
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 It's very Kiwi of me.
Yeah.
You can't really go wrong though. Yeah.
We won't talk about good sausages. What's the best part of life advice someone ever gave you?
Best life advice. Fail big.
Oh, explain.
I was going through a self-doubt sort of era. I was in my self-doubt era. And I had a sports psychologist at BYU. His name's Tom. He was really just my therapist. He was like, as long as you're moving in a direction, it's like fail as big and large as you can because you always want to fail forward. So that's always stayed with me. Fail big. As long as it's something that you're risk is part of life, right? And pushing yourself is part of life. So if you're failing big, it means you're trying. It means you're moving in a direction. So I kind of love that because it takes the pressure off a little bit.
Yeah.
Fail big.
If you're going in the right direction, it doesn't matter.
Right. It doesn't matter. You're going forward. You're trying, right? You're putting yourself out there. That's the whole point. You're supposed to make mistakes and muck up and all that. So fail big.
I love that. We've reached the final play of the first podcast of the Nutrition Mission with Ansco Foods Season 2, Beef, Lamb and Basketball. Thank you so much, Tegan, for joining us, and thank you for tuning in to the Nutrition Mission with Ansco Foods. If you enjoyed this podcast and want to find out more, head to anscofoods.com/Queens. Woohoo, we're going to own URL.
Go Queens!
For more insights and news. And make sure you tune in next time. We'll be talking to Momahara Keelan, Tokomanawa Queens team physio, about her role in the team and the importance of nutrition for injury prevention, recovery and performance. It's time for me to bounce. I love that. Until next time.